Hi everybody. So, what I have in front of me here is a Sony PlayStation Portable Model 1001, which is the original fat model of the PSP. And as you can see, this is in nice condition, although it is used. While the shell isn't too bad, there is some minor scratches and use. And this is what a PSP normally looks like. However, when I turn it on, I have actually installed an IPS LCD in there, and I bought this IPS LCD kit for this PSP-1000 off of Amazon, and this LCD is pretty nice, and it gets bright, and the screen is viewable in all angles, too. Another mod that I added is the wireless charging mod, and as you can see, this is the wireless charging foil copper right here, and I have it stacked on top of the battery cover, the battery pack. What I had to do in order to fit this wireless charging mod and the stock battery in there is I modified the battery pack so that the bottom housing is no longer there and only the top housing is there, so I can make enough room for both the stock battery and this wireless charging module here, and this battery door does close properly because I made modifications to the battery pack. So, allow me to show you a time lapse of what this PSP looked like before without the wireless charging and the original screen to this more modern IPS LCD and wireless charging mods. So, enjoy! Here I have the IPS LCD installed on this PSP, and there are 4 brightness levels right here as I press this square rectangle button right here, which adjusts the brightness. And as you can see, this screen is nice and it's viewable in all angles. Anyways, I am running South Park for the PlayStation 1 on the PSP here. So anyways, now it's time to move on to the wireless charging mod installation. While I was installing a wireless charging mod onto this PSP-1000 here, I have the wireless charging module, which is the coil here, and this is the PSP battery right here. Although I did have to make modifications to the battery pack in order to fit both this and that when the battery cover is closed, flush for this PSP. So anyways, I put some electrical tape on this back of the battery area right here, and I'm going to show you that I put adhesive underneath this battery so that it doesn't come out. And as for the wires, I soldered the black wire here and the red wire there. So this is negative on the left and this is positive on the right, on the back of the charging socket here. And yeah, while the battery pack's back shell is removed, I'm keeping the front of the battery pack so that the contacts will stay flush right there, and the wireless charging module is flush here too. And as you can see when I close the battery cover up, while it does take time for me to put the battery back in battery cover back in properly, I actually got the battery pack to sit flush like this, so that this PSP still looks normal. And by the way, I bought this PSP-1001 off of eBay, and while the shell is in great condition, which despite having some scratches and wear, it's not really that bad at all. And to be clear, when the PSP is turned off like this, it looks standard, except for the fact that I installed both the IPS LCD and the wireless charging module there on the battery. Now, it's time to check out this PSP with the wireless charging mod installed. Here I have a wireless charging pad, and the wireless charging coil module is underneath the battery cover. And I'm going to be placing this PSP right here, and ta-da! The orange light appears, indicating that the wireless charging module works. And yes, as you can see, I ran a movie that contains both Columbia Pictures and TriStar Pictures for this demonstration when the PSP is operating with the movie, and that it comes from Lords of Dogtown, but you see the wireless charging module works perfectly. I have the PSP running Donkey Kong Country 2 Diddy Kong's Quest, and for this demonstration here, I have an original PSP charger, and when I plug it in, the orange light comes on. So yeah, this PSP is able to be done with either the original PSP charger or the wireless charging mod which I have installed. Here's Sonic the Hedgehog Genesis for the Game Boy Advance on the PSP here. And this wraps up the video. So if you like this video, why don't you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.